Hey, what's up, guys? It's Edwin Torres, and today I want to switch things up a little bit and I want to do a book review. All right, so this video is going to be all about this book called Think and Grow Rich. If you don't know about this book, watch this video because you really need to get your hands on this, okay? So I first heard about this book probably 2 years ago because I always heard marketers talking about this book, and it has a pretty cool catchy title, right? So Think and Grow Rich, and it kind of reminds me of another book that I read called The Secret, and that one was a little bit more mainstream, but The Secret pretty much talks about the law of attraction. And the law of attraction, to put into simple terms, is whatever you think is whatever you attract. So if you always think positive thoughts, then you'll attract positive things, and vice versa. If you only think negative thoughts, then only negative things will come into your life. And I'm personally a huge believer in the law of attraction. A lot of people might think that's some woo-woo, spiritual, crazy stuff, but I found that if I really set my mind to something and I know the outcome of whatever the desired outcome I want it to be, and I just really stick to it, usually that ends up happening. And let's say even if it doesn't work, it's always good to always think positive thoughts. It's always good to just say, okay, this is going to happen no matter what. And that way you can get confidence in any situation because you almost are brainwashing yourself to just always think of the bright side. So in that regard, it's pretty cool. It's positive and it's nothing really negative. So always try to think positive thoughts. So The Secret reminded me a lot of this book, and I actually heard that The Secret was based on this book here. So I'm like, okay, if I really like The Secret, I want to know what book it got everything from. And so I picked up my hands on this book, and on my research when I was going through Amazon, I was reading a little bit more about like the background of the book, and it's all about this guy called Napoleon Hill. For a long time, I always hear the name Napoleon Hill, and it's probably dumb, but I always thought Napoleon Hill. I always thought about Napoleon Bonaparte, you know, the general from like the French, I think. Probably whoever's a history guy or girl. I'm probably wrong. He probably wasn't even French, but I always thought Napoleon Hill was that guy. So I'm like, it's weird that a general wrote a book about success. Whatever. It's just a random thought that kept coming up to me. So Napoleon Hill is not Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Hill is a guy who is basically, from what I understood, a news reporter, like an investigator. So back in like the 1920s, he was boys with a guy called Andrew Carnegie, and Andrew Carnegie was one of the richest guys in America at the time. He owned a lot of steel mills and a lot of factory workers. So he was probably a millionaire, but in today's time, he'll most likely be a billionaire. So he was a very, very wealthy and successful guy. So basically, Napoleon Hill went to him asking him, what could you recommend or what advice could you give to people who want to be successful? And Andrew told him to go out and just interview as many people as you can and try to break down exactly what it is that separates somebody that's successful and somebody that's struggling to be successful. And he interviewed hundreds, thousands of people, big names like Thomas Edison, of course, Andrew Carnegie himself, and there's some other people from that time period that are very wealthy that he interviewed as well. And he pretty much, from all of the interviews he did, he got all of the similarities that every person said, and he broke it down into 13 steps. So this book pretty much talks about the 13 steps that you need to master if you want to achieve riches in life. And just to sum up the book, it's an awesome book. So it's just going to be a quick summary, but I really recommend you get your hands on it. Basically, in order to be successful, and what every successful person has in common, is you need to be driven. You need to have an insane drive, okay? You have to have this burning desire to be successful no matter what, against all adversity. You kind of got to be stubborn about it. You just got to go for it and go and try to achieve success as much as you can. So you gotta have a burning desire for success. You gotta have an insane drive. Of course, you gotta have a work ethic, okay? So while other people are out playing video games, for example, if you're my age, they're out playing video games, they're out playing basketball, they're out trying to talk to girls and all that. And of course, there's always time for all that, but in the downtime or when everybody else is doing stuff that's not productive towards their goals in life, you got to be the one just at your house or out networking with people, out just hustling, all right? You got to be a hustler and do whatever you can to try to get yourself one step forward, all right? One step ahead of everybody else. And he also talks about some other concepts like what's the guy called? It's the guy who made, I'm blanking out right now, but the guy who made the Ford cars, Ford vehicles, he has this thing where people who aren't successful, they make decisions too slow, right? So a lot of people, they want to be successful, but they don't really want to be successful. They kind of want it. Somebody who is driven and is hardwired for success, they make decisions quickly, all right? So once they have an idea, they go implement it straight away, and then if it doesn't work out, then they change slowly and they change paths. On the other hand, somebody who hesitates, they make decisions very, very slowly, okay? It's kind of like back in the 90s when Google first started. I'm sure there was a bunch of other people who had an idea to make a search engine where whatever you search, relevant articles, videos, whatever, appear. But Sergey Brin and I think the other guy's Larry Page, probably forgetting his name too, but those two guys, they acted quick. They took action, and the rest is history. They're worth billions of dollars. Google is the #1 website in the entire world. So it really is beneficial to take action quick in everything you do. And this book, I can't recommend it enough. A lot of successful entrepreneurs nowadays, all right, have recommended this book. So this book has really stood the test of time. And if you want to be successful, I recommend you get your hands on this book because it's good to know tactics, okay? It's good to know how to expand your business, how to do this marketing thing, or how to do this little trick and this little strategy to make money. But usually, a lot of times, what stops people isn't what they know, it's what's inside of their head. So once you get your head geared and hardwired for success, or as the book calls it, money conscious. Once you can have that money conscious mindset where no matter what you do, you're just gonna go get it, you're a go-getter, then things will really open up for you. And I can personally relate to this because I've been trying to make money online or been at this journey for the past probably 6-7 years. I started this when I was 13. And I'm currently 19, okay? So I've made thousands of dollars along the way, but the growth has always been kind of slow. It's always been kind of stagnant. And it's because I cared way too much what other people thought of me, okay? It was kind of, I know it probably sounds dumb, but it was kind of a little bit embarrassing because while all my friends were out playing video games, I was that one guy who just said, nah, I'm good. And I just stayed home and worked on my website. So I was kind of, in a sense, ashamed of what I was doing, which isn't good. But all those negative thoughts and all that negative mindset really stopped me from breaking through the plateau and achieving the stuff that I really wanted to achieve. And in the last year or two, and even now after reading this book, I've just become more confident. I stopped caring what people thought of me. I know that if I want something, I just gotta go do it. Nobody's gonna hand me anything in life. You just gotta go do it. Gotta take action. You gotta have the drive, the motivation, the determination to just get it done. So I can personally attest to the fact that if your mindset isn't where you need it to be, then you'll never be successful, and it's just a fact. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little book review. Go and grab your hands on Think and Grow Rich. It's an amazing book. It's a quick read. It should not take you more than probably a week if you're busy. If you're really determined, you could probably knock this out in a couple of hours. So yeah, go get your hands on this. It's an awesome book, and I can't recommend it enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you go, I'm giving away some free training, okay? So if you want to know how to generate more visitors to your website and you want more people coming onto your website, buying your stuff and all that cool stuff, make sure you click the link below, because actually I have a free gift to give you. It's a report that I made that walks you through a traffic method that I've used in the past to grow my email list from 0 to 300 subscribers in less than a week. So it's a super awesome traffic strategy, and I want to give it to you 100% free. So to get that, just click the link below. You'll see a page where you can download it, and it's 100% free again. It's valuable stuff, and most importantly, you could actually take action on it, okay? So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more cool videos. I have a lot of awesome stuff planned for the future. And this is Edwin Torres signing out.